It is so disrespectful for you to not create boundaries with people out of respect for yourself. It is so disrespectful for you to not love yourself properly, but then expect someone outside of you to love you the way you want to be loved. Your mind and the universe is going to give you exactly what you give it. It cannot give you something different. So if you want something different, give it something different. If you want to see different, give it something different. Give your mind something different to see. Hi, you what? It's your girl Connie, and you are back watching another episode of A Freed Mind, where we take back the control of our mind and our reality. I just want to thank all my free minders for being here. All my new free minders, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel so that way you can tap in when it's time to tap in. Okay? So we're gonna get straight into this video, and today I really wanted to just talk to y'all about like how your mind can like low key trick you into thinking that you're not toxic when you kind of are in a way. So first, I'm gonna start with sorry for the sniffling, y'all. I just got done being cold. Like what? I just got done having a cold, and so my body is like releasing mucus, and so I keep sniffling. But I swear I don't have to blow my nose. I don't. Like it's crazy. We're gonna get straight into it. Somebody outside of me, I'm able to see it a lot more. I've already seen what we're about to talk about within myself as well. And I've I've been growing past that, right? Past it. And the first thing to growing past it is the awareness of it. Is simply like acknowledging it and being like, okay, this is me. I'm a little toxic. You know? So in the mind, you go through all these things, through these experiences, through these situations where somebody hurt you and somebody just treated you bad, or just anything trauma related, right? Any trauma related experience. You being such a good person and such a kind person, you don't really have it in you to get back in a way, like revenge. That's not true. That's not true, Bookie. You're not a revenge type person. Or you may try to do revenge and then feel bad for doing it. You know what I mean? Like it's not in you to retaliate. And so you unfortunately go through situations where you attract people who want to use you, abuse you, neglect you, all these different things. And all your traumas and situations are very unfortunate. Childhood traumas, they're very unfortunate. I never sit here and be like, oh, it's your fault you went through these things as a child. No, it is never your fault that you went through things as a child, ever. But these traumas have imprinted themselves on your brain. These traumas have um, embedded themselves deep in your subconscious mind to the point that sometimes you don't even remember these traumas. You don't even remember these things that happened to you because that's just like a coping mechanism where your mind will make you forget some things happen. So that way you don't have to live with that pain and how that feels and stuff like that. For me personally, I feel as if it's not fair when you are that person that you are a victim of, these traumas and these things, situations. It's not fair to go to someone else and look for someone else to bring you happiness. I've been there before where I dealt with codependency, where I felt that being with this specific person or having a specific outcome that's what's going to make me happy. Instead of doing that, because what happens in your mind is your mind will tell you, I want to be happy, but I can't find that within myself, so I need to find it outside. I need to find an outside source to bring that happiness in. When you free minds and you understand, you realize that the only happiness that you can ever really get is from within. Everything is from within. It's not fair to go and expect someone else to bring you that happiness. It's not fair for the next person to have to be that source of happiness for you. You know, you want somebody to be their own happiness and your happiness. It don't work like that, baby. It just don't. With having um this mindset of being a victim of going through these different things and experiencing these different traumas, you want is for somebody to come and give you the respect you want, the love you want, the care you want. You want somebody to come in and give you those things. And in order to heal your mind and to heal yourself, you have to first give it to you first. You have to first give it to yourself. Some people will hear this and be immediately in denial, like, oh, that's not me. Or, no, I can find happiness within myself. But then your actions can clearly show that you're not happy with yourself. You're not happy with being out by yourself. You're not happy being in the house by yourself. You're not happy going out and doing things alone. You feel like you always need to have somebody with you to do something. That is a clear sign of not being content with self. And really, the main thing about all of this, about what I want to say, is that it is so disrespectful. It is so disrespectful to yourself to sit here and be the victim. People don't think that the victim is toxic, but the victim is toxic. I was disrespecting myself by being the victim, because the whole point of life is, the whole point of life is that life is exactly how you make it. So if you walk around being a victim, you'll be a victim. If you walk around being happy, you'll be happy. That's how the mind works. Whatever you give your mind is what your mind will show you in reflection. Whatever you constantly got going on up here is going to reflect out into the world for you to see it, for you to be like, for you to be able to validate it, for you to be able to validate, well, that is how I feel. Your mind and the universe is going to give you exactly what you give it. It cannot give you something different. So if you want something different, give it something different. If you want to see different, give it something different. Give your mind something different to see. It is so disrespectful for you to be. Now I'm coughing my. It is so disrespectful. It is, no, for real. It is so disrespectful to you for you to get with other people, other friends, other in relationships, and expect somebody to bring you happiness and not give yourself that. It is so disrespectful for you to not create boundaries with people out of respect for yourself. It is so disrespectful for you to not love yourself properly, but then expect someone outside of you to love you the way you want to be loved. You cannot sit here and want something that you're not giving to yourself. That don't even make sense. You have to give it to you first. The only way someone's going to learn how to treat you is by what you show them. And so, what they've learned about how to treat you is by treating you in a way that keeps you a victim. It's by continuously hurting you because you hurt yourself. It's by lying to you because you lie to yourself. It is about ghosting you because you ghost yourself. Y'all get where I'm going? Where I'm going with this? I hope y'all do. I hope y'all feel me, because to be the victim is toxic. It's toxic to go around and constantly, I've just been hurt. I've been through this and I've been through that, and this and this and that. And some situations it's not your fault. Childhood trauma is not your fault at all. Once you become an adult, it is your job to heal from those traumas. It is your job to go back, figure out what's going on, why do you feel this way, why do you act this way, and fix it. Work on it. It's not hard. I mean, it's not easy. It's not easy. But what happens when you do this, you start to feel that love for yourself. You start to attract that love for yourself. The stuff that you're looking for on the outside will then come to you because it's exuding out of you. Like I said, what you give your mind shows you that in reality. And it validates it so that you can be like, oh, yeah, well, this is true. When you start being delusional and you start being like, oh, I'm rich, right? Not all the time does the universe start giving you money, but the universe opens up your mind to see that, hey, I actually do have abundance of food. I never go hungry. Hey, I do have an abundance of friends. I always have someone to talk to. Hey, I do have an abundance of clothing. Or I always have a job. I always have money coming through. Like, or I said clothing because you know. But your mind will then start to show you, yes, you are rich. And this is how you're rich because of all these things that you have, the access to the things that you have, the friendships that you have, the love that you have. Your mind magnifies it. Once you start being delusional a little bit, and it's not even being delusional sometimes, it's like lightweight delusional because there's truth to it. There's truth to the delusion. There's truth to it. So being a victim is so disrespectful. Being codependent is so disrespectful. Not as a disrespectful to anybody else, but it's disrespectful to you. It is disrespectful to your higher self. It's disrespectful to your lower self. It's disrespectful all across the board, baby. It's disrespectful. And you can't look for something outside to come in and fix whatever you feel needs to be fixed. Or think that something outside of you is going to provide you happiness. Because once you get what's outside of you. Say you get it, right? Say the universe is like, you know what? This wench just keeps on asking, okay, for this specific outcome, this specific type of happiness. I'm gonna give it to you. But guess what? It's not gonna last. The happy feelings are not gonna last. You're gonna eventually realize, well, this doesn't make me happy either. It's because that void inside of you has not been filled, filled. It's not been filled, baby. And to think to have someone else come in and feel that for you is so disrespectful. Like I said, I've been there before. I've felt codependency before. I've felt like, oh, I'm a victim and but I'm such a good person that I cannot retaliate. I'm such a good person that I cannot cause someone else pain or harm. And I'm not saying to go around and start causing pain and start causing harm to other people. I'm saying, because honestly, it's not that you're causing the pain and the harm to someone else, but you're causing it to yourself by allowing them to do what they do to you or by allowing yourself to put up with it. Y'all, I hope y'all feeling me. I'm really in here preaching today. I'm really in here like, I really hope that y'all are following me because a lot of times when you have that victim mindset and you live as a victim, a lot of times it's not someone else that's hurting you, it's you hurting you. It's you hurting you. Why it's you hurting you is because anything and anyone outside of you, you have trained them to handle you like such. You've trained them to lie to you, to abuse you, to neglect you. You train them to do those things to you by how you do yourself, by how you treat yourself, by how you abuse yourself, by how you neglect yourself. It doesn't work the way you want it to work. You have to do the work. You have to do the work first in order for it to truly make a difference in your life, for it to truly change something in your life, you have to do the work and not expect someone else. And it's like I can't say it enough how disrespectful it is. You gotta develop self care, self maintenance, self love. Develop that however that looks for you. Because when you're training someone to treat you how you've been treating yourself, and say you don't realize it because you don't see it. You don't see you don't see how you're treating yourself. You only see how others are treating you. Pay attention to how other people are treating you, and it's a reflection of how you are treating yourself. That's how the mind works. The mind is only going to show you what you put in it. If you constantly put in, I'm not worthy of this, I'm not worthy of respect, I'm not worthy of love, the universe and the world is going to show you through people that yes, you're not worthy of love. These people constantly shit on you. Sorry for my language, YouTube. These people constantly abuse you. And then when it does that, when it shows you that, you're like, yep, this is true. This is true. This is true. People don't love me. People abuse me. They neglect me. They use me. They lie to me. They mistreat me. It's true. That's what your mind is telling you. But in order for you to be in control of your mind and to be in control of yourself and free your mind from these doubts, these limitations, these things that make you believe that you're less. In order for you to free yourself from those things, you have to retrain your mind to believe what is actually true. And once you retrain your mind for what is actually true, the universe will start to reflect that. Just retrain your mind for what's actually true and watch how the universe give it to you. Free your mind, baby. Now, I want to thank all of my reminders. It's happening with your girl. I truly, truly, truly hope that y'all resonate with this one, that y'all got something from this one, because this is like not a conversation that's had enough about how disrespectful it is to be a victim to you. It's disrespectful to you to be a victim. It's not enough conversations about that. It's not enough conversations about how it actually works. And so once again, before we end it, I'm gonna go ahead and just give y'all how that works real quick. Whatever you give your mind reflects it out to the world. It gives you that in a physical. Once it gives you that in a physical, at that point, now you're like, okay, yeah, this is true. This is real. So now you're validating what you gave your mind. Step one is what you gave your mind. Step two is the universe reflecting your mind, and the universe reflecting that back into your life in a physical. And step three is you validating it to be real and to be true. Step four is just that consistent cycle. It's a cycle. So again, I want to thank all y'all for tapping in with your girl. I love y'all so much. And I will see y'all next week. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And I'm going to see y'all.